Colonialism is everything that you see bad in the world right now. Climate change, right? Poverty, violence, sexism, racism, misogyny, right? Homophobia all comes from colonialism. It is the matrix. It is the thing that creates trauma, not just now, but historically. Colonialism is those 4 American presidents that are sitting on top of the Black Hills, which was a sacred place for the Lakota. It was America's first gang symbol. And they put 4 American presidents that committed genocide against Native Americans in this country, African Americans in this country, and they put their pictures and engraved them into a sacred mountain that the Lakota saw as a place for them to pray. That's the first tag, right? We got to keep it real. Because I want you to think about violence in America and what is happening in this country, especially with the awakening of young people who are against violence, especially gun violence, is you have to understand that we live in a culture of violence. Think about it. How many people have seen somebody die on television? How many people play violent video games? But wait a minute, does marketing and advertisement have any effect on our brains? Tells us what we want to drink, what we want to eat, the type of music we want to listen to. So if it's having that type of effect on us as consumers, why would it not have an effect on getting into the subconscious of the mind so we can become byproduct? It's not going to affect everybody the same way, but it is affecting enough where you can get one person to walk into a high school and shoot up the entire school, right? Or go to Vegas and shoot up, a concert. We have to change the culture, and the only way that that's going to happen is if we tell the children the truth. Violence is the language of the inarticulate. And what that means is when we cannot express ourselves, we become violent. It's not human nature. This destruction happened centuries ago, but we have symbols of it all around us. And we begin to understand history, it will open up our eyes. That's why Malcolm X always said, of all of our studies, history is best qualified to reward our research. If your history wasn't that important, they would have never taken it out of the books. When you want to talk about migrants crossing the so-called border, you better understand how that damn border got put there in the first place. You better understand why this place is called Los Angeles. It's not called Los Angeles, it's Los Angeles. Why? There's history behind that. But even before that, this was Tongva land. Indigenous people lived here. First people, right? My ancestors are the Chumash from Santa Barbara, right? My other ancestors are from Mexico, from Michoacan, right? In Santa Barbara, there is a sign called Indio Muerto Street, which means Dead Indian Street. We have dehumanizing symbols all around us, and until young people like yourself begin to get the knowledge, nothing is going to change in this country. So that's what this conference is about today, decolonizing the mind, and most importantly, when we're saying rising up for humanity, we mean the earth, we mean the plants, we mean the four-leggeds, the birds, the fish, the air, the water, and us, because we are all one being. Can I get a rise up? Rise up. Can I get a rise up? Rise up. And one more rise up.